Hello and welcome to everyone watching for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Right now we are back. We are back in the Pokemon Square, in the Pokemon City. And today I have different options for what we could be doing. Currently I am tending towards doing some missions because we did not do that in the last few days, months that we were on our journey, so we could do that. Or we could go down to the Makuhita Dojo, but I mean eventually we will go do that. I think for now I want to do some missions, why not? We're going to go towards the Great Canyon. Let's see the Pokemon, how strong are they in comparison to us after or basically the time skip. Basically it was a time skip. This is a Skiploom. And we are doing substantial amounts of damage, which is good. Level 22 for Boom. Okay. So right now it's looking quite good. Yeah. What are our missions first of all? Mission objectives. Rescue Murkrow. Okay, in floor 10. So I think we will be able to do that pretty quickly. Yeah. And some Pokemon here are one-shot, depending on what Pokemon they are. Okay, interesting. Good to know. And yeah, I think let's start off with a talk about a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I have played Duel Masters. I have played Duel Masters a lot, an awful lot to be honest. And yeah, I really like the game, even though it has some flaws in my opinion, just from the graphics point of view. Some some animation speeds weren't up to par to what I was expecting. I think some of the UI or the in-game, while dueling especially, some elements of interfaces or sections where you were able to select some things, in my opinion, weren't as well solved as they were in, for example, Dueling Nexus or Project Ado or Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or that one. Oops. And yeah, I think that's a pity. I'm hoping that they are going to change some things up, because right now this game feels, I think I saw MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Do a video about this. He said that this game feels unfinished, and I have to agree, to be honest. This game has so much potential, but they aren't using it to their fullest extent. So I don't know what to think right now. It is a really good game, of course, don't get me wrong, and I am going to keep playing it. I think this is going to be my main Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of thing. But still, there are so many things that I'm thinking of when I see them, they could be better. That's the annoying part. And to be honest, when I'm playing the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Emulator simulation sites for online Yu-Gi-Oh! I rarely did I ever have a problem with this? Nowadays, no. I think really in the really beginning stages of those things, I may have had one or two problems with it as when I started, but this was probably more so me than the game, and this time the game really feels unpolished. Not unfinished, unpolished. That's a more interesting word for me. Because if, for example, a very easy to understand example. In Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, you are able to build a deck by buying cards. Yes, this deck is more so focused around pay to play in my opinion, because you are able to buy more for a higher price, as far as I'm able to see it. But in that game, when you open packs, they are really fast to open. You are able to open them in a very short amount of time, compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Not only are these packs really slow, but the animations for fake outs or whatever, they are not helpful. First of all, in most games I understand why they do what animation. In this game I have the idea of a color background screen that gives an idea about the rarity, but when there are those scenes with utopic future something, I think, that don't really make sense. Why would you... I mean, some of them I get why they do this, but it's just too slow. The biggest problem is in Yu-Gi-Oh! You want to open many packs because you need to get your good cards, and most of the good cards, of course, are ultra rares. The other cards you are able to craft. So especially in a system like Master Duels, you should concentrate on making your plays or making your packs be fast to open, in my opinion at least. What I would have done was the color screen. I like it, the color background screen. Then the way of opening them, I think the way they did it with the horizontal placement of the cards, I think that's okay. There may also be an option of doing this in 2 rows. I mean, what I'm talking about is having 2 rows. If you ever saw the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Pro card opening simulator, maybe on a channel like Simo or MBDT Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of them are doing those pack opening things. Then you saw the way they were centered around 2 lines of cards, and I personally think that also makes sense. I don't know whether or not it makes more sense, because right here in Master Duels you are able to open all the packs in one swipe of your mouse, except if there are some fakeouts in it. So if there are cards that are special rarity, basically super rare, or have something special, maybe a foil, a hollow, then those cards are basically vibrating a little bit, and then they only open. So I think they only open after a little bit of time, or after every single other card has opened, and then a little more time. But I'm not quite as sure as to how that works. So yeah, there is a lot of potential to make this game more fluent, more polished by shortening the animations. Maybe do more color variations on those fake out or those hollow things, instead of making them animation oriented. That would be an option. In general, some animations could just be faster, in my opinion. Yeah, and I don't know whether or not this is a problem with the servers, so I'm not going to say this is the problem of Master Duels, but I had a lot of situations where I just disconnected. And I didn't only have Master Duels open, I had other things open, like for example YouTube, where I just watched a few videos. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to kill my opponent, my client, whatever. Thank you, please come back later, yep. And I want to leave, I think. So yeah, first mission done for the day. So yeah, I had a lot of things open, and those things never stuttered when I had those problems with Master Duels. So this may be a problem with their service, or I don't know. Maybe it really is my laptop, so it might just be a very weird thing with my laptop and games, because I had that happen to me in Duel Links too, so I guess it might be my fault, but I don't know why. So yeah. Well, that's a thing, and the other thing that I find really annoying about Master Duels, the way they have. Wait a second. Store and store. Help. Yes, we are going to take this one. Okay. So the way. Let me just first of all get into a new job, and then we can talk about the other things. I'm worried and help. Okay, we are going to go to Mount Freeze, and this is going to be a longer mission, so I have more time to talk. So if you look into the log, there are different things that you have in the UI when playing a duel, which would be the log, a button which shows you some things about the game state, for example numbers of the cards on field, attack, defense, attribute, cards in the graveyard, cards banished. I think I didn't really look too much into it, so I don't know too much about it, but still there are a lot of things shown when looking at that, and at that button. On the other hand, there's a button which is the log button. It pops out a log window to the right. I think the left sometimes is better than the right in that situation, but okay. That's maybe just me because I'm left-handed, or maybe, I don't know. Whatever. The log is pretty alright, but the biggest problem are the interactable window parts. Sometimes you, if you click on something, then that something won't really get you what you want to do. For example, if I want to activate a monster effect or discard a card, Pendulum Call. I'm activating Pendulum Call. The effect of Pendulum Call, if you don't know it, discard one card, add 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. You must have not activated any Magician Pendulum effects the turn you resolve this effect, and you can only activate one of this once per turn. And Magician Pendulum monsters in the Pendulum zones cannot be destroyed by card effects. I think it reads like this. So, what is the problem with this card? If I'm trying to discard something, normally in Dueling Nexus, those cards in my hand would just get a white outline and I would be able to discard them. Completely fine. In my opinion, a very good solution to solving this problem. In Master Duels, you get another field which shows you, which gives you a selection of cards where you have to select one card and then confirm it. And in my opinion, that's just worse. Yes, it makes it minimizes room for mistakes. For example, if you misclick on Dueling Nexus, then you have a big problem because you discarded the wrong card. But still, the way that Master Duels solved it really isn't quite what I would maybe want. Not what I would do, because I'm not a professional programmer, but still, I think it's not perfect in my opinion. And I don't think they are going to change it. Maybe this is just me because I came from Dueling Nexus. Maybe this might just be me. And right now I don't quite remember whether or not this is the same problem in Project Ignis. So I might just want to check this out shortly after. Wow! Okay. Oranberry? You know what? Oranberry. Come on, try this again. Try Fury attacking me again. I thought so. So Thundershock, 58 damage, 5 damage. Close. Too close. Whatever. Project Ignis. I might just boot it up shortly after this episode and then look at whether or not you are able to discard the way how you are able to discard. Also, an important thing about this game, which I personally like, I think, is the way in Yu-Gi-Oh! There are quick effects, and those quick effects can occur at different times. When your opponent summons a monster, when it's the damage step, when it's damage declaration, when it's whatever. When something happens. I don't know, basically when anything happens, then you get a message of, hey, would you like to activate an effect? And you are able to see the selection of effects that you are able to activate. And I like the way that they have a tag. I really hope I'm not confusing things with other things, but I think that Master Duels has a little text that clarifies which state we are in and if I would want to activate an effect. For example, if I have a Vortex Dragon effect. So, for example, I special summon Vortex Dragon into a Cross Sheep zone. Then I have the when I activate Cross Sheep first and then Vortex Dragon second. When I'm shown the activation window of... Oh, wait a second, I should maybe check about where I have to go. 11th floor, okay. When I see the activation window of Vortex Dragon, it shows me, would you like to activate the optional effect? This is the effect to bounce things. So that shows me that I don't want to activate the negation effect. So, I think that's a really good way of showing the player what's going on, how the computer or the program interpreted what you wanted to do or where you are right now. This shows you the it is state, the B state, or in the German version, or in German it means ist status, I think. How it is right now. And I like that. What I don't like is the fact that the box is in the bottom part of the screen. I think the box should be in the middle part of the screen, because that way it's easier to see the box and interact with it, in my opinion. It's just a bigger hitbox. That's what I think I want to say. Yeah. So, yeah, another thing that I don't think they have solved perfectly. So this Zangoose is a big problem because right now it has a lot of sword stance right now. So hopefully paralysis. Come on. Nope. Nope. And boom. It's your job. 31 damage. Okay, and it's 9 damage with a single attack. Okay. Graveler Rock. Come on. Oh no. You did not see that, Boom. I'm sorry. We're going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! After I'm done here. Okay, good. This was really scary because it had Sword Stance, which sharply boosts attack, and sharply boosted attack on a Zangoose, which already has pretty alright attack, and in a dungeon where I'm not over-leveled, is a little bit dangerous, especially if you do it 3 to 5 times. So, yep. Okay. So I like it the way they did it in Dueling Nexus more, where this box is in the middle of the screen. So yeah, that's my opinion about the interaction box in Master Duels. Yeah, of course there are a lot of different things that I might want to talk about, but right now I don't have that game open, but I have this Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game open, which of course after this one I'm directly going into Master Duels. So yep. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about, because Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is a very relaxed game. I'm able to talk about different things while also playing the game, which is good. At least right now. Sometimes it does get a little harder to play and talk about different things. Also, I just had that on as a topic, so anyway, we found Ariados and we are going to save it. Next, we are going to go to the 14th floor, and after that I'm going to end the episode, I think. Because, yeah, we already are at 16 minutes and 56 seconds, 80, 50, 80, 59, 17 minutes. Yeah, okay, I don't have to do this. Whatever. This is another Zangoose. We are going to give you a Thunder Shock, and we are going to kill you. Yeah, I don't get how the logic behind this is also really weird. Why would Pokemon just attack you, but they won't attack each other? If you think about it, whereas Pokemon don't think that you are the intruder, they might think that they are on aggro because of the natural disasters that are happening. But why are they specifically attacking you, the player, and not each other? That's the thing that I'm confused about. At least I think it's really weird. It should be that they at the very least also attack the Pokemon around them. But they don't. It's actually the opposite. They basically cooperate in some cases to kill me. So yeah. For example, I think back. Very good miss. Boom, I'm proud of you. I know I shouldn't be so hard on you. I already did some things that are not that good. Tackle, good. Boom, that's good. That's the right things I want to see here. So we are going to rest a second. But yeah, I mean, this is a Pokemon game and it's from, I don't know, 2000 and something. So you should not have the highest of standards to this game. It already does so much right. And this is gameplay focused and not logic focused. No, it's gameplay and story focused, but not logic focused. So that's an important distinction. It's completely fine if you play the game without thinking too much about how this is possible, because we are already in a Pokemon world. Of course, it's bad if a game that plays in a certain world breaks the rules of that of its own world. Yes, that's bad, and I think this game does that to some degree. Or it's not logical in itself, in my opinion. But let's be honest, that's not the goal of the game. Okay, for a second I thought the audio of the game wasn't even recording. That would have been embarrassing. Whatever, we have found our last client and we are going to save him. Blue, I hope that you aren't gloomy anymore. We have found you, we have completed the mission and we want to leave right now. So, we are going to check the rewards that we got. Thank you for rescuing Ariados. We get an orange gummy and we get 60 rescue points. This looks like we are soon able to go for gold ray. Thank you for rescuing Bloom. We get a red gummy. Also got attract. Oh, brown gummy. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like those rewards. I like. Good. Also, if you're ever wondering whether or not we are going to bring back Absol, never. I'm way too lazy to always bring those guys with me. And we are going to end it here. I know that now a cutscene is going to come, but you know what? I'm going to show you the screen right before the actual thing starts. Right this screen. This is going to be the last screen of today's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I have enjoyed it. It's always relaxing to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, except if you lose on Mount Blaze for 40 minutes. But anyway, have a nice day and goodbye. I should maybe close the recording. Goodbye.